guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to do my TTC update. I am currently on cycle day 10 and I just wanted to go through very quickly what I am going to be using this cycle to help us conceive. So the first things first is my usual two. I have this Ovulation Microscope by Focus. I spoke about this in another, in last cycle, I think it was like cycle day 8, I spoke about it. So this is the Ovulation Microscope. What I am going to do is every single day, I've been taking this in cycle day 3. I've been checking my saliva on this. So what I have been doing is I took pictures of every single day. So once the cycle is over, I'm just going to upload a video specifically about this microscope if anybody is at all interested in it, because I have been getting lots of questions regarding it, because obviously people are only used to OPKs and they're not so used to this microscope. So I decided, hey, I'm just going to take a picture of every day my saliva in the microscope every day and just upload a short video about what it does and how to do it. And the second thing is I'm going to be tracking my temperature every day. So this is just a basal body thermometer. I'm going to use that with Fertility Friend and the app Glow. I like both of those apps, so I just decided to go with both of them. The third thing is folic acid. So I don't take a prenatal. My doctors, actually 2 separate doctors, told me not to take prenatals. It's just not a thing. Well, it is a thing. Obviously we sell them over here and stuff, but I was just told not to take it. Just take some folic acid. So I take some folic acid every day. I just got these ones in Holland and Barrett. So omega-3 fish oil. So if you were on my Instagram, you will have seen yesterday that I put up a post about omega-3 fish oils. So I love these. I find that these are so good. What they do for me specifically, or what I can see, is that they increase the amount of CM that I have. As I said, I'm on cycle day 10 and the amount of CM I have is a lot. Like, it has tripled from where it usually is. Obviously I'm only having creamy CM right now, but I find this amazing. And other things that it does for you, so obviously it does, like, it maintains and develops healthy cells, it aids in brain function, it helps with inflammation, and it promotes healthy skin and hair. But if you actually look into it with regards to PCOS, there are studies and research done that it shows that it helps decrease insulin resistance, decrease your testosterone. It obviously helps your skin with acne, and it reduces like the hair from the testosterone, because it's reducing your testosterone, your acne, and your hair growth minimize. It obviously reduces inflammation, and then there is research to show that it helps reduce stress, so obviously stress, depression, mood swings are very common for PCOS. So there is research out there. If you Google it, you will see that omega-3 fish oils are extremely good for you. So I recommend people with PCOS, but all people, to take omega-3 fish oils. It's not something that we can really get from our diet. Obviously flaxseed, walnut, sardines, that sort of stuff have it, but they say it is better to take a supplement. So I take 2 tablets of this a day, so I take 2,400 milligrams a day, and as I said, I find it brilliant. I'm just going to continue taking it. I can't see how it's going to hurt me. So yeah, omega-3 fish oils. Another thing I've been using is, in my last TTC update, I was telling you about how I had a fungal infection in my mouth and I had a UTI and all this sort of stuff. So Robert's sister said to me, you need to get this Acidophilus, I don't know, this. Anyways, so it's a probiotic. So they recommend after you take an antibiotic that you take a probiotic because it helps restore and rebalance your system after what the antibiotics has done for it. So that is why I had that yeast infection in my mouth, because obviously the antibiotics altered the chemicals in my intestines and stuff, and anyways, I ended up with a yeast infection in my mouth. So she recommended I take this. So you keep this in the fridge. So I take 2 capsules per day. So it's 1 to 2 capsules with a meal is what they say. So I decided to take 2. So this Acidophilus is found in your upper intestines, and it's also, research has shown that it's also found in your mouth and in your vagina. I suppose what it does, it helps balance the pH in your upper intestine, which helps promote or helps reduce heartburn. Other things that it does, I wrote this down because I'll never forget, or I'll never remember. It helps aid in your digestion, obviously. It helps prevent and treat diarrhea. It helps with irritable bowel. It increases the absorption of vitamins and nutrients. It helps fight ulcers and salmonella. It helps with UTI, helps prevent UTIs. It helps with fungal, bacterial and viral infections. It helps with so much stuff. It's unbelievable. So it's a probiotic and it's called Acidophilus. So if you want to do your own research on it, I have been researching for the past couple of days, and there is linked to Fertility with it regarding your CM as well, that it helps neutralize it, it helps balance it. It's not so much acidy and alkali. Anyways, I'm not really good with talking about medical research because I have no medical bones in my body, but if you are interested, just have a look up. There are tons and tons and tons of sites talking about the benefits of this, and then if you just change the search to this with Fertility, there are tons of sites that comes up too. So yeah, they are the main things I am taking. So the omega-3, the folic acid, the Acidophilus, and my metformin. So I take 1,000 milligrams of metformin. The other thing I have is pre-seed. So I bought this last year, but it's still in date. And I actually only opened it like February maybe. So pre-seed. So I am not a massive fan of pre-seed. We don't like it. I'm not quite sure what it is about it. I find it really sticky and I just don't find it great. But if my CM, which I shouldn't have an issue with now that I'm taking like all of these things that try to improve your CM, if it is bad, I will obviously help or use the pre-seed to help in carrying those little boys up to where they're supposed to go once or if ovulation occurs. And then the last thing is, I've spoke about this before, is taking charge of your fertility. I love this book. It's like my favorite book. If you are TTC, you need to read this book. It explains everything. Like on Instagram, people always have always have questions about why haven't I ovulated yet, or people always say I missed my period hasn't come, and it kind of irritates me a little bit because if you're not tracking your temperature, you don't know if you ovulated, so you might have had delayed ovulation, and that is why period is late, and it's probably not even late, but anyways, besides me going into a rant about it, if you have not checked out this book, you should definitely do so. It is amazing. I found it so helpful. It answered so many questions that I had. It obviously explains down to a T about tracking your basal body temperature, tracking your cervical position, your cervical mucus. I just found it great. Obviously it can be used as a way to prevent pregnancy as well if you're not using a contraceptive. But for women who are trying to conceive, I thoroughly recommend this book. So that is really it, guys. I will insert a picture of my chart so far this cycle. You will see that yesterday I have put up that on cycle day 9 that I had egg white mucus, egg white cervical mucus, because that's what it was. I haven't checked today so far, but yeah, anyways guys, thank you so much for watching. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're new, and I will talk to you guys very soon. Bye.